Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. And so in the last part we finally got to Cinnabar Island. We resurrected some dead Pokemon. We started to make our way through the Pokemon Mansion. And this part what we're going to be doing is finishing off the Pokemon Mansion. Hi Magmar. And once we're done with the Pokemon Mansion, we are going to be heading to the Cinnabar Island Gym Leader and taking on the Fire-type trainer, Blaine. But just speaking about what we did earlier on... Oh shit. Stop running. I don't know why Magmar runs in this place, it's kind of weird. But anyway. What we did earlier on was we fought our trainer. Coach trainer, sorry. And basically we got Rock Slide from her. Rock Slide is a pretty good rock type move if you've got a... if you're using a rock type Pokemon, it's one of the best rock type moves you could use. But for me, I'm not going to be using it. Foul Play, I don't know what it does. Never used it. So yeah, I think I probably briefly mentioned this, but I'll mention it again. In here you can get Grimers and Mucks. You get a lot of poison types, so you get your Grimers and your Mucks. You also get Magmars. This is the only place where you can get Magmars. You can also find yourself some Magnemites, as well as some Rattatas and Raticates and general just normal type Pokemon which have a lot of physical attacks. But the only thing you might want is there's only two Pokemon you might want from here, and that's Muck, because he's pretty much the best poison type in the whole game. Learns some good moves, has some pretty good attack stats, and Magmar, who's a pretty good fire type. Like I say, I think there are better options, like like I've got Arcanine, you can get Charizard, and no, I think Flareon's worse. To be fair, got ourselves a Firestone, nice. But yeah, basically Magmar is decent. Like he's a pretty decent fire type, but there are better options that you have available to you. But I think he's a good option if you want something, I don't know, you want something different. Yeah, so I've gone the wrong way. What was that? Oh, that was a Raticate. So yeah, I did go the right way. Fuck. Magmar, stop popping in behind me. It's scary. So that's your exit there. But first we need to get ourselves... we need to get the key from the basement floor to open up Blaine's gym. Yeah, there are diary entries as well here, where you can find basically information about them. I think some of the entries are talking about they've found this incredibly rare Pokemon called Mew, and about how they're genetically creating like a more powerful version, Mewtwo, and it kind of gives you the backstory. Not much of a backstory, to be fair, but it gives you a little bit of backstory related to where Mewtwo came from, who's, your... Basically, your... what's the word I'm looking for here? Your legendary Pokemon end goal for the first generation, so it is nice that they give that little bit of detail, but it's not something that you specifically... It's nice to have. It's nice that it's there, but it's not exactly needed. And this is something that's cool. The fact that they've got like this little containment this large container and something's been beaten on it from the inside. It's kind of cool that they kind of show that this place is where Mewtwo was kind of created, and they give, because of the enhanced graphics, they give a lot more. They kind of show off, point to that idea a lot more. Shit. And so I do kind of like that they show like this, they make it explicit that this is where Mewtwo was created, instead of just expecting you to read the journal entries and stuff. I think I just went to check. Oh fuck, Chansey. Nice. I think I caught that Chansey. Yeah, Chansey is basically a really rare encounter in this game. In the original gen, he was basically a Pokemon you could only get in the Safari Zone. Since this version of the game doesn't have the Safari Zone, they basically just put him on. Chansey has like I think a 5% chance of appearing on any route in the game. So he's an incredibly rare encounter. But anyway, we're now done with the Pokemon. We're done with the Pokemon Mansion, and now it's time to take on Blaine. And I do kind of like that he has that he's so kind of. Wait, Mr. Blaze, not your turn yet. Oh right, fuck. He's kind of so anxious just to get on with it. I kind of like that. And it's kind of cool. I don't know, they give him a bit more of a kind of... they make him a bit more kind of a character here. And also give him a bit more, give him a bit more personality. And also make him a bit more conceited, like sticking his face everywhere and stuff like that. And this is kind of something that I like as well, that it's the same thing where it's basically... You have to answer 5 questions correctly in order to fight Blaine, and then once you've completed all 5 questions, you don't have to take on any of the trainers, and you can just go straight through to Blaine. Kind of like that. And I think it's kind of cool how they kind of show that off here. It's kind of nice. 3rd question. Not very effective. I got it in the end. And I do like the like I say, it's just there's a lot more kind of, what's the word I'm looking for here? There's a lot more kind of personality put into Blaine this time, which is kind of nice. And I just like the little Blaine doll. It's kind of cool. Like I say, I just like how they make him a bit more of a arsehole here. I think here you can pick any of them, and it's and it's basically the right answer. I like how Pikachu kind of responds to each time you get a question right. He looks so happy. It's just cool that he responds to stuff that happens in general. I kind of like that about this version of the game. So now it's time for us to take on the Fire Gym leader, Blaine. Who, in the original game, he looked very similar to Dr. Robotnik. I love this. Like the fire and the sunglasses and stuff was really cool. This time they've changed him up a little bit so he looks less like that. More details on him and stuff. But since I've got my Gyarados, I'm going to win this battle fairly comfortably. And I've got Hydro Pump. Yep, go fuck yourself. Couple of levels above him. I also like the battle arena here. It looks kind of... Once again, it looks nice. It has a good deal of personality to it, which I kind of like. You're copying me, Blaine. And he's got Outrage. That caused a bit of damage. Oh dear. I don't think this is going to kill him. Shit. Keep going, Gyarados. You can do it. Just gonna use Outrage. Oh, we're just about surviving here. I can't remember what I do next. Whether I just heal Gyarados up or I switch to somebody else to kind of give him a bit of a break. Let's see. So he's sending out Rapidash. Nope, I'm keeping the battle going. I do love Rapidash's design here in this version of the game. So elegant and lovely. Max Potion, use it. There you go. And I've got 20 of these, so I'm not losing this battle anytime soon. Gyarados is now back up, fully restored. Gonna use Quick Attack, that does barely anything. We're a good couple of levels ahead of him. So let's use Hydro Pump. Flare Blitz is a pretty good physical fire attack. Does hit the opponent with recoil though, so that's why I tend not to really use it all that much. I don't like stuff that hits with recoil. It's why I don't really use Takedown, even though it's a powerful move for my Tauros in my first file. Ninetales. I love Ninetales design as well. But I never really use Takedown with Ninetales. Sorry, with Tauros, just because the recoil. Just didn't like it. But anyway. Ooh, Ninetales has got a bit of defense to him. And we're 2 levels above him, so alright, let's finish you off. He's got Fire Blast, that isn't going to do anything. I haven't been burnt. So now it's time to finish you off. Goodbye, Ninetales. And goodbye, Blaine. Basically, he's got a pretty good team. Like, pretty powerful Pokemon, Arcanine, Ninetales. And Rapidash are all pretty good fire types, but if you've got a water type, this is no problem whatsoever. And we got Fire Blast. This is going to be incredibly useful. I'm teaching this to Arcanine ASAP because it's the most powerful fire type move. Sorry, it's the most powerful fire type move in the whole game. At least it wasn't Gen 1. I don't know whether there's a more powerful fire type move in this version. I don't think there is. I think Fire Blast is still the most powerful. You know, like with similar to Hydro Pump, which is the most powerful water type move. So yeah, here this is kind of nice because you don't. In the original game, you didn't really know where to go at this point because, well, we've been to every city and every town. Where do we go next? And it's nice that they tell you specifically the final gym's in Viridian City. So you have to go to Viridian City to take on the final gym leader. Now this I wanted to show off just because we can get ourselves an Alolan Grimer here. Alolan Grimer is, I believe, Dark Poison. I always hated his design because I don't like the gold mouth. On Muck, it's even more pronounced. I hate it on Muck. It looks awful. But yeah, Poison Dark. But to be fair, Alolan Muck is pretty damn powerful. He's a pretty good Pokemon. And it's nice to have a Dark type. But anyway. That is it for this part of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. So, in the next part, we're going to be heading off to Viridian City to take on the final gym leader. And then we're also going to be heading off to the second to last location of the game, pretty much, that we haven't visited yet, which is the power plant, to get ourselves our next legendary bird. So join us next time. Join me next time for the next part of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. See you next time.